Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, everyone. No, Bacon Day was yesterday, Kip. It was actually National Bacon Day yesterday in the US. Actually, I don't know if that's there's an international. I don't know who decides the international food days, but apparently there's international food days too. Hello, Ghost. Welcome, man. Thank you for that follow. The bot finally caught up. I'm not sure what's causing it to be so delayed. It seems to work a little bit better later on into the stream. As usual here, I'll start my stream off making some coffee here. These strawberries aren't nearly as beautiful as they were yesterday. If it ain't broke, you ain't streaming. See here, let's get rid of this autofocus on our couple of our cameras here. Okay. There. Mic cut out for a second there. Thanks for stopping in. I'm gonna be making, I've got a salad I'm gonna be making. I'm gonna be making, it's gonna look a little bit like a traditional pie, but it's gonna have chicken and gravy inside. So it's gonna be like looking like dessert, but eating like dinner. Apparently it's a US regional favorite. Sounds like a pie that would be great with a slice of cheese over the top. Except instead of a slice of cheese over the top, I'm gonna do gravy, and then I'm gonna do a slight small side salad with a little bit of arugula, a little bit of a fresh strawberry, and I have goat cheese still hanging out in the fridge. So that'll be extra. Welcome in, Zahara. I still got water on my counter. Half and half isn't very floofy today. It's not popping up nicely. It's just hiding at the bottom tonight. Hey chat, it sort of looks like if you're living in Burning Man right now. I know, I totally butchered that. That could have been so much more funny. Cheers. Welcome in. Thank you for joining me tonight. Okay, first steps for tonight. I'm tempted to add veggies into this, even though there's no veggies in this. I think I'm gonna cheat, chat. I'm gonna add some veggies. I'm gonna add some mirepoix into this party. Thank you for the follow. Just a little mirepoix. Little mirepoix, little cipito. But as you want to call it, little onion, celery, and carrot. Don't lose yourself, onion. Jeez. No, not Holy Trinity. Not Trinity. Not... I don't think they call it Holy Trinity. I'm gonna start by heating my oven up here to 400. Didn't like how the outside of that one rib was looking. Yellow carrots. I think one of those was still orange, but okay, a yellow and a white carrot. So not a parsnip. I jokingly call parsnips white carrots. They sort of are, but they aren't too. I feel like it's morning chat. I took a nap today. There we go. It's rather finely chopped for what I need it for. Ooh, it's cliffhanger. Check in next episode. Where'd you go, chicken? Chicken's trying to hide, chat. Well, isn't that attractive? Watch what he does now. Bones. Hey, slice. Welcome back, Ham Hock. By the way, Chad, if you're curious, there's pictures of me oiling my wood on the Discord. That's why the cutting board's looking so nice tonight. Mind out of the gutter. There shouldn't be, Slice. reason that I say that is because there's actually been studies. If you leave your wood dirty, sure, you're gonna create all sorts of diseases and nasty stuff. But as long as you keep your wood dry, the pore system and the natural structure of wood means that it's antiseptic. Like, people always want to say, it gets in the pores. Nope. 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 And if you don't oil your wood, you get little scratches and cuts in it because you've been cutting on it all the time. And that's where dirt can get into it. And so you gotta oil it up and keep it happy and lush. You can wax it too. I do know that a couple of states that it's like against the law to use wood products. Like, I'm pretty sure when I lived in Arizona, they wouldn't allow us to use wood products of any sort, whether it was utensils or cutting boards. So we'll salt this up a bit. I'm not going to do any butter under the skin or anything tonight. The skin may not even, probably won't even make it through the evening. Not a fan of waxing your wood, Kip? I forget the name of it, but they actually sell a combo product here in the States. It's sort of like a paste that you can smear on your boards. And it's a combination of food grade mineral oil and beeswax. And yeah, if you get too much wax on there, you can actually like feel it with your knife gliding a bit too far. But if you keep it thin, alright, so this is going to go in the oven just like this, whether the oven's up to temp yet or not. And we'll come back to this when it's done roasting. Alright, chat, see you in 40 minutes. Just kidding. We'll start with 40 minutes or 20 minutes at 400 degrees. And drop the temp down after that. Welcome in, Will. Stream's over. Where do I start from here? Flour. Yeah. Wouldn't that be awesome, Slice? I wish I was that good of a chef where things just immediately, magically showed up in my kitchen, pre-made. Need to pull up my ratio. What, long hair and overweight? Because I ain't Italian. Not that there's a problem with being Italian. I'm just not Italian. Welcome in, June. Be good. And hello, Morizing. More. I would not be surprised, yeah. I said that and I was like, is he Italian? Skimming fraud and having fun with the coat check girl. Yeah. Without the coat check girl's permission. Bit heavier on the salt than typical dough. Yeah, why don't we do a little of this in there too, since this is going to be a savory pie. But at the same time, Batali was the fall guy, and Bastianich is still in business. I don't think there's normally some olive oil in there either, but why not? Since we're talking Italian. They should feel they should feel special for that, because I've seen businesses ruined by people not nearly as famous. Then again, a number of Food Network. I'm not a big fan of a fair number of the Food Network chefs. Like, there's a fair number of chefs that I think made their name in the industry and ended up on Food Network. A fair of those are pretty good. But just about everyone that Food Network created, aside from, Emerald maybe, I can't really think of one. It's sort of like the social media effect. Can you think of social media star that's... Who are we talking about here, Slice? Like, I know someone that worked for, I'll throw Tyler under the bus. I'll throw Tyler under the bus. I know someone that worked in, Napa at a restaurant that Tyler started up. He has a whole bunch of stuff here in Northern California. Well, he has a few things in Marin, a couple of things in Napa, or at least used to. And he's sort of buddies with, what's his name? From Van Halen. They both, they do sort of restaurant stuff together. But anyways, so Tyler started up a restaurant in rotisserie-based restaurant in Napa, and I knew someone that was working there. And from his experience, basically they had one menu, they started up and were running as a business, and Tyler had never been there for months. And the first night that Tyler comes in, he comes in with like a stack of printed recipes off of the Food Network website, rechanges the entire menu, throws everyone in the restaurant under the bus, and then like a couple months later, the entire restaurant was down. You get a name that's at a certain point with this stuff, and for some reason, people just throw money at you, whether, like... Nice, Sahara. But there's other things that you hear in the industry. Like, there's restaurants I know of with famous chefs where the staff will say we literally pay them to stay away. Oh, dad joke. All right. Cold water. Ice cold water.
Hey, Bonds, welcome in.
What did I do with all my rags? Am I got any rags in here? Of course not.
Well, 90% of the time, the recipe is only a quarter of the way there, Slice. Like, I mean, the general ratio is one thing. Knowing how much moisture you need in a dough requires doing a recipe a handful of times. Knowing how it's gonna bake and how the oven works is only gonna it's gonna take a couple of times. Um, it's finicky, and then you gotta when you get into the ingredients, then it's like, well, okay. Say you got apples on a ingredient list. Do you go for the Granny Smiths? Do you go for the Fuji's? Do you go for the baking? Do you go for the sweet? Do you go for, and then you get into, do you get it from this store or this store? Because they're the same, they're both sold as Fuji's, but they came from different farms. The ones from this place always taste sweeter. And then you get into even further than that, you get into funky ones and you find out specific places to get funky flavors. Like at one point I found these apples that were absolutely amazing and searched them out heavily because they had like an almost like earthy tobacco-y flavor. It's almost like a spicy hit to them. Yeah, it's my recipe mentality is actually like, if I were to write recipes, it would probably be a little bit more like old Escoffier way. Like, okay, you had mirepoix, you had this, and this, and there you go. And you don't tell them how to make mirepoix or what the ratio for mirepoix is, or well, I wasn't trying to get the ice cube in there. Exactly, that was why I was using the word. I used it earlier and people were like, what's that? Captions gets a lot of stuff wrong, sometimes quite hilariously. Normally I would throw some sugar in with this mixture here too, but I'm skipping that tonight too. I think I'm gonna throw a little oregano in here too. Okay, chat, what's the difference between sofrito and mirepoix? To me, the difference between the two mostly is in who's saying it. And that they come from different cultures, different regions. Like a lot of things in food, it's gotta be ours. We back? I think we're back, chat. I have no idea what happened there. I didn't do anything. I got in a little... It's the first time I've ever gotten this notification, by the way. First time this has ever happened. But I got a notification down in the corner of my window. OBS disconnected. I looked over in the stats window in OBS, it said reconnecting. So, I'm guessing that was a network thing. At least it wasn't a blue screen of death. Someone was mentioning they were working on a computer early on in the stream. Don't want to call anyone out if they're lurking. And I've been getting blue screens of death on my streaming PC. I think I've got them fixed. I think I've got them fixed. Okay, that was 20 minutes. We're gonna drop this down to 350. Give it another 20 minutes. What's my thinking when I hear sofrito? I think Italian-based recipe or culture or person and cooked. With mirepoix, I think typically made specifically for a recipe, but not necessarily cooked. Often, you know, thrown in raw for roasting and stuff like I did tonight, or part of soups or stocks. Sofrito, I think of being typically, most times when I hear of people talking sofrito, it's a sauteed or cooked dish where it's rendered down into this like almost curry or mush-like state. I'm gonna take a glance at this chicken. Yep, it's chicken. It's got some nice light color. I'm gonna throw the pie dough into the fridge to chill before I roll that out. I don't want to work it too much. Well, I'm debating, do I wrap? Let's grab this crinkled up old piece of foil and use that as our lid. Just to keep some air away from it, not really. I mean, if you got a sealable container, that's all you need. I'm gonna clean up some strawberries that have seen better days here next. I don't want my main cutting board getting all red from strawberries. Nice ripe strawberries. I mean, they may be past, but they're definitely, they made it to ripe. I think the majority of Driscolls don't even get there. They just go bad. That one's going bye-bye. Baby strawberry. Baby strawberry. That's the strawberry you save to use as a garnish. You too. There's another baby. What's everyone else having for dinner tonight? Lots of baby strawberries in this one. There's the overripe one they planted at the bottom to make all the rest of them go moldy quick. Because that's how they do it, chat. You know, the they people of the farming world, they go through and make sure that there's one overripe berry and one moldy berry at the bottom of every pint before they put everything else in there. They're conspiring against you. And then let's pick a couple of nice ones out of this that we can slice up here. Take a couple of these and give them a blend in the stick blender. Make ourselves a strawberry vinaigrette. You're not gonna need that. You're not even on right now, camera. No angle cam for the moment, chat. That's good. The rest of these go in here just for storing. I'm not making ice cream, chat. At least not on stream. Totally not making strawberry ice cream off stream. Olive oil. Sunflower oil. That cheap fake balsamic, we're gonna use some of that tonight. Oops. Why didn't I grab that blender? I'm not using that blender. Okay, chat. The screen goes blank. It's only because I popped the fuse. Oops, let's mute that. There we go. Apologies for the noise. Hey, let's see if I can't. Fix my earbuds here. Because I can't hear anything now. There we go. Now I can hear things again. Now I've adjusted my audio volumes, my audio levels. And here we have strawberry vinaigrette. And give that a strain to get those seeds out of there. Try to taste it for salt, and if you want to add any sweetness in there, if you want to add any honey on there on top of the strawberries. I wouldn't suggest adding sugar. Use, simple syrup, sugar, like use simple syrup or honey or molasses even. You add granulated sugar in there, it's gonna stay granulated. It's not gonna. Yeah, he'll work for this. Get a little flour and water and butter off of you. There, now we get rid of all those strawberry seeds from getting in your teeth. Try and rinse them all out of the sieve before they dry in place. Strawberries. Yep, I'm adding sugar to that. Actually, I'm not adding this sugar though. I have this sugar. No, it's not booze, chat. I swear it's not booze. Yeah, that'll do. Hit that with a pinch of salt. All right, so we got our dressing for tonight. We got our strawberries for garnishing our salad. Chat's like, why did he immediately scrub the strawberry cutting board, but not the chicken one? I guess I'll do that one too. We got another 20 seconds until that chicken's maybe done. Let's see what our chicken looks like. Everyone want to see this chicken, chat? You want to look at my chicken? That's looking rather pale. I'm tempted to do... Yeah, I'm going to. I'm not even going to use this skin, but I still can't stand making a bird that pale. Right, so coated that with a light coat of oil. Maybe something I should have done to begin with. Oven back up to 400 again. And we'll get some more color on that thing. So otherwise, we're sort of chilling here, waiting for stuff. I mean, the salad's all ready to go. I've got the goat cheese in the fridge. I've got stuff going here. Fine for that. Let's get another 5 minutes. Still might need that. How we doing tonight, chat? Still sexy? As I try to bumble moving cutting boards around like it's something difficult to do. My brain sometimes just... Okay, this can be really simple, and then it goes, well, Welcome in, Neumann. How are you today? I am doing quite lovely. As I was saying earlier, I feel like today is just sort of starting because, like, I got up and was productive and did things, and then promptly took a nap around like 2 o'clock. and woke up just to do stream, and so it's sort of like my starting stream coffee was like my morning coffee. I did all my shopping for tonight ahead of time, so I didn't have to run out and grab anything. Not much else exciting going on. No new drama with the neighbors yet. There's been some emails back and forth. Hey, Cosmic, welcome in. How are you doing, fine, sir? We're chilling. We're waiting on stuff. We got chicken in the oven looking like it was pretty much done cooked. But I wanted more color on the skin that I'm not even really planning on using. So I threw it back in there for another 5 minutes with some oil on the skin. I've made up a lovely little strawberry vinaigrette that's going to go great with a goat cheese and arugula salad. And I've made my pie dough and it's resting in the fridge. The pie dough in that tonight's dinner is like a chicken and gravy dinner in a pie, but it's like a traditional style pie. It's not like a hand pie. I've been sort of debating, Chad, do I do butter or egg on top of my pie dough tonight? Like, I'm sort of thinking egg, actually. I've got tons of eggs. That shouldn't be, I mean, eggs are expensive these days. It shouldn't be like, you got eggs, you should use them. Ooh. Someone went to the roller coaster. Nope, more.
New weekly theme submission.
Ooh. Vegan or plant-based week. Ooh. Cosmic. That is going to have to be after I come back from vacation here, Noimu. So I think that's going to be starting at the end of this month here. We'll go from the 29th. All right, that is on the calendar for you there, Noimu. Yes, for anyone just tuning in, hasn't heard me announce it before, it's already on the calendar there. But I'm taking from the 18th to the 26th to the 25th off. I'm just gonna disconnect. No. You might find me on Discord, but otherwise, I'm no alerts, no, gotta read this every morning. No, I'm just, and then we'll be back to regular scheduled programming after I've reset my brain, after I've rebooted. Chef by Pigeon. We had it was. They're not here, so I'm not going to call them out. But we had someone in Discord talking about cooking pigeon. Actually, they were calling it dove, but basically the same thing. It's actually pretty common bird to find. You can find them in supermarkets actually pretty commonly. They just don't call them pigeon. You might see them more called squab. Perfectly good, perfectly healthy bird to eat as long as you aren't getting the ones that have been surviving off trash in the park. I am not a huge fan of eating them though. I've bought them before. I think I've even streamed cooking them before. And I've given them a couple of shots over the years. But it's sort of they're dark meat bird with next to no fat. So it's sort of like, it's like the exact opposite of what I want. I want a dark meat duck with lots of fat versus a pigeon where in many cases when it comes to pigeons, they're such a small bird that you'll see them just like take the breast meat and forget the rest of it goes. If you're lucky, it goes in the stock, but goes in the trash. All right, we've given this an extra 10 minutes. This ought to be good. There's a little color on that bird now. There we go. Little color on that bird. Not enough, but a little. Now we get to wait for that to cool down. Going to take the oven temp and drop that back down to 350 for baking our pie. Actually, I think I'm gonna roll it out over here. pie dough from earlier. Little folding action. We'll start back rolling.
Melt some butter. For those wondering what the flecks are in the dough there, they're just tuning in. We've got some dried oregano in there along with some seasoning since we're doing a savory pie crust here. A little close to the edge there, but we'll be okay. Still sort of waiting on that chicken to cool down a little bit so that I can portion it up nicely. Make a gravy and that's what I can do here. We can go ahead and make our gravy. We can pull the chicken off of this. Consider that having done its job. Turn the heat back on over here. You can see the steam coming off of that chicken. Even still, it's steaming. Go for one of you tonight. Hit this with a bit of extra salt, MSG and pepper. Pour some of our melted butter in there. The rest of that we'll set over here for the start. I didn't mean to stop the music. Why do you keep doing that? Old school gravy, lumps and everything.
leftover chicken stock from last stream. I think that's probably good. We'll see how that thickens when it comes back to a boil. By the way, Chad, if you want to make this whole thing about 10 times quicker than I am here on stream, there are roast chickens at most supermarkets. Just saying. I mean, who would ever want to make their food in a quicker time than someone streaming? We're all shooting to spend 3 hours streaming our dinners every night, right? That we all dedicate 3 hours to our cooking time? Or is that just me? Just me, chat? Let's see, is chat gonna beat me to it? And it's still not showing up right. What is going on with this? I'm wondering if the bot worked right there. OBS didn't. I'm beginning to wonder if it's something network based where, because I'm keeping a fair amount of my, I guess I just got to use it as a backup only, because I've been using my network storage for several things. I'm pretty sure the hydrate video is on my network storage and not on the local computer. And I'm wondering if that's what's causing me the delays at this point. I think I'm going to try and fix that before next stream here. See if we can't put everything on this streaming PC. See if that helps things. Turn the heat off on that gravy. Welcome, Fry. Let's break down this chicken. Let's see what we got here for our chicken. Did I cook my chicken all the way through, chat? Do you think I cooked my chicken all the way through? Do you think that's a fully cooked chicken? I'm honestly a little more worried that I overcooked it, to be honest, chat. Can I use the word honest a little bit more? This is why you spatchcock a chicken. There you go, dinner served. Peel off that delicious skin that I'm not going to put in the pie. Well, I wouldn't say that I majorly overcooked it. I wouldn't. I mean, that's obviously that is not, you know, overcooked, but I'm just pulling any easy meat off of this that I can grab. The rest of this I'm going to save for making a new batch of stock, so it's not like it's majorly going to waste. Yeah, I don't think I overcooked that. I don't think I overcooked that. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, my hands are getting there. I'm going to put gloves on.
Way to go, bot. Bot catching up.
I probably bugged my mom so much about snow globes as a kid. I remember on several occasions she was being like, "No, just no," and she was right about it. I would have played with it for 30 seconds with something that was probably $75. But that was a constant struggle of mine as a child. I always wanted the snow globes.
All right, we got some chicken.
We have our brush from earlier that I was using with the oil. I'm gonna switch over to butter now, and I'm gonna butter the bottom of my crust over here. If captions ever get out of the way, you can see what I'm doing. Hey, Master Splits. And yes, we're going to add a little salt. To the bottom there, and a little garlic to the bottom. I haven't added much garlic to any of this, so we're just going to add a slight hint of it on the bottom crust here. We'll layer in our chicken to that lovely crust. Moist chicken. Get off of their skin. I don't know why I'm washing my glove. Get rid of my glove. Switch with those ads at the perfect timing. You know, the only thing they're gonna miss out on is me trying to spill the butter and cleaning up my cutting boards. Master Splits our emoji master here in stream. So I'm not 100% sure why he's a sleepy dish pig. All right, turn the heat back on our gravy over here for a minute. Just to loosen it back up a little bit. We're gonna give that a quick strain. A little bit wider mesh. Just to get any of the really big, ooh, that wasn't intended. Oh, poor dough. These veggies at this point have given all their flavor, all their goodness out of them. So I am going to consider them done. We're not going to throw those into the pie. I was considering it when I started with them. I think it's going to be better this way, especially since there's probably some bone shards and stuff in along with all of that. I don't really want to add that into the pie. Some of this gravy I'm going to reserve, and some of it I'm going to throw in the pie. So we're going to take some of that and pour that in there. Take our pie, put it on top of our parchment. Take our crust and throw that over the top here. Actually, and then roll our crust upward and over. You can sort of leave it like that if you like, but I'm going to go ahead and do the finger and do a little crimp action. And then I'm going to take our cold butter, well, our previously melted but relatively cold butter here. I'm going to add an egg to that. Things getting a little cluttered, I understand. We'll do a cleanup here after I get this in the oven. Actually, I'm just going to use the yolk from this egg. So just the yolk, which cracked on me, broke on me at the very end there. So we got our butter and our egg yolk, and we'll give that a mix together. Welcome in, Tree Bow. How you been? And paste that over the top here. Chicken pie, though. We're making chicken pie tonight. Now I'm gonna have to sit here and be careful with the whole crust, otherwise it's gonna look ugly compared to the rest. You wanna make an even, the problem with doing this is you gotta make an even coat, otherwise it gets all splotchy. And it's sort of hard to do that. You gotta sit and play with it for a while. Yep, you gotta play with your food sometimes, chat. All right, so we're now relatively evenly coated. Relatively. A little heavy over here. And I'm just going to take a simple little hole cut out of the center of this. Use my apple corer to just steal that out. Welcome in, Gammy. Happy to have you here. In addition to the pie, I didn't write in the dinner command tonight, but I'm also making a quick salad to go along with this. It's pretty much finished. We're pretty much done other than baking our pie. So we're gonna hang out while this bakes, but let's throw this in the oven, see how this turns out here. Oven's at 350. Chicken is already cooked, so really all we have to worry about is the crust. We'll give this 20 minutes and take a look at it. I suspect it's going to take longer. And now we'll do a little cleanup here. Oh, camera's catching the edge of the monitor tonight. Not good. Get back there, monitor. Still catching it a little bit. Oh well. We have our scrap roasted bones and chicken. I'm gonna throw in the freezer for chicken stock. I'm going to get as much air out of this as possible so we don't get as much freezer burn. I'm probably going to end up using this actually pretty soon. We'll see. I want to see if I have the energy, if I can, to maybe do a chicken stock stream before I leave on vacation. Leave on vacation. Before I disconnect. Chat's like, he won't last. He'll be back online the second day. Thank you for the follow. So we have any updates on new gameplay? What's everyone playing right now? Anyone beat anything recently? Try anything new? Zelda and Baldur's Gate. No more Cuphead? Giving up already, Zeeks? What, do you get stuck in a ship or something? Yeah, I've been sort of like, everyone's talking about it. I'm sort of like, They've made a couple of good games. $70. Is there loot boxes or anything in that? Like, are they asking for more money past that? Like, I'm sure if they give updates or something, but... Like, I don't expect people to... As much as the world was great back in the day when you could expect people to make a game and, you know, support it forever off of a one-time payment, I understand that's not how the world works these days. Sort of wish that it worked that way still, but yeah. Welcome, Raiders. Hello, everybody. Hi there. Welcome in, everyone. I'm cleaning up the kitchen. How we doing? Where are we coming from? What are we doing tonight? Thank you so much for that raid. I'm Jason. Cook here on Twitch 4 nights a week. Been doing so for several years. Tonight we're doing, well, this week we have a viewer submitted theme of regional themes, regional dishes. And so I am doing an American regional dish. It's essentially a chicken pie. It's a chicken pie. It's a chicken and gravy pie. It's a traditional looking pie. I wish I could show a picture to you, but it's a traditional type pie, you know, top and bottom crust, crimped edges to it, but it's filled with nothing but roast chicken and gravy. Thank you for the follows. I'm also working on making a salad, but I just finished putting the chicken together. I started off stream, as always, with coffee, and then I roasted off a whole chicken with some veggies underneath it. Broke down the chicken meat after I allowed it to cool, and then put that inside of a shell. I took the veggies in the bottom, along with some homemade chicken stock and a roux, made a proper gravy. Throw all those together, and pinch it up, and now you've caught up to where we are now. That's sitting in the oven. It's got at least another 10 minutes to it. I put 20 minutes on the timer. I think it's gonna take longer than 20 minutes, so it's probably gonna be closer to 15, 20 minutes from here.
And yeah, so the chicken's already cooked in the pie. I'm not worried about the chicken cooking in the pie. We've already got that covered as far as safety. We're just looking to get a nice crust, some beautiful color. I coated the top of the crust, my pie crust, with a combination of egg yolk and melted butter. So that should look delicious. Now I've got a salad that I'm gonna throw together, but I'm gonna quick finish cleaning up here. You caught me right when I started cleaning. How is everyone? Thank you for the raid. I don't know if my alerts went off, I gave it a proper shout out yet. That'll probably be through if it hasn't already. We also have the lovely Fluffy Bun Buns doing a giveaway in chat right now for some sprinkles. Sprinkles are our viewing participation. There's our alert. Viewer and participation currency, which we use for giveaways whenever we get to follower levels or subscriber levels, or do giveaways for gift cards and stuff like that. We're almost there. I'm doing another one at 1,250 followers. Thank you for the raid, Lisanne. And maybe chat said it and I missed it. I've been missing stuff lately in chat. Sorry about that, chat. What were we doing? Where were we all coming from? What were we playing? What were we cooking? A little alcohol wipe down. Just quick sanitize and clean the easy dirt. Lemon cupcakes with lemon American buttercream frosting. Ooh. Powdered sugar and fat. Ooh. Nachos. Those are good too. American frosting is good in a pinch. I'm a little bit more like I want to do like a cross between an Italian and a French buttercream. I mean, both of these take a lot more work than an American. Like, let's make that up, you know. But French buttercream is amazing, but it's butter. It's like whipped butter, which is amazing, but it's just a little too heavy. But lemon cupcakes, was there poppy involved or just lemon? Like, are we worried about drug tests? I have not tried making Russian buttercream. And it must be something like, because it's the same thing for me too. Like, I didn't hear about Russian buttercream until relatively recently. I didn't hear about it in culinary school, and like I learned about French, Italian, and American buttercreams in school. But that was 2 decades ago now. Gravy getting too hot here. I just want to keep it warm.
moving. Yeah, there was a whole bunch of strawberries here earlier. They've become a strawberry balsamic vinaigrette with lots of honey and a bunch of oil in there too. I'm absolutely not saving strawberries to make ice cream with my creamy later on off stream. That's not happening. For those that are, even the regulars, I don't really make this obvious to them, but the leftovers, the scraps, the last year or so, most of that has been going, the leftover dairy that doesn't get used has all been getting frozen in these things and then run through the creamy. Yeah. It may not even be close to ice cream, but it's frozen, it's smooth, and it's tasty. It works. Sus buns. Giving away 260 sprinkles. You see this, chat? She's working in your favor. She's giving you a whole extra 10 sprinkles this time. Forgot Scammy. I'll take a little fresh arugula here. Add a little of our vinaigrette here. How are we doing on time here? Are we doing this too early? We're doing this a little early. We're gonna do this another minute before I dress the greens. Is this gonna work this time now? It's not a video though. It's not playing video. It's a still. Why is it a still? That's so weird. This is like some OBS thing. Like, all the bot's doing is turning that on and off. Let's see if it turns off properly. Yeah, it turns off. But for some reason, the OBS is not playing the video. I go through and reselect the source, it tends to work. That's what it's supposed to do. That's the way it's supposed to look there. I'm gonna cheat and look 30 seconds early, see if this pie is ready. Nope, this pie is not ready. Adding another 5 minutes and looking at that pie, it might be another 5. I don't want to go over though, so, well, we'll see how that turns out. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait on this another 5 minutes, because the minute you put the dressing on the greens, they're just gonna start going. How many people in chat are familiar with Johnny Marzetti? I've never heard of Johnny. Well, I may have heard of Johnny Marzetti and forgotten about him since. But I didn't know who Johnny Marzetti was when I found out what that recipe is. The reason you may not have heard of him is because the only reason Johnny Marzetti is the name is the dish is named after. He was some dude that was part of the family of the place that came up with the recipe. It's Italian, American, very much American Italian dish. I believe it's out of Ohio, somewhere Midwesty. It's not like it was, a large number of things are like New York hotels or, but I want to say it was Ohio. And it's sort of like a cross between like American goulash, which is, pasta meat, almost like pasta and chili, almost chili mac. But it's baked almost more lasagna-like. And so they would bake it in pans and then serve it, like squares of it like lasagna. But it's a much more loose, less, like I imagine this being very messy on a plate quite often, because it's not like lasagna where you got layers of pasta that's going to sort of hold it in a nice square. The only thing that's going to hold this thing together is the cheese. So, cheese. Probably lots of cheese on Tuesday. That's a good pull, Buns. Buns got me wondering if I should be turning the pie around in the oven. I think she thought she could sneak that one by me without me catching it, because normally I don't notice the holes. Are you implying that I am lactose intolerant? I've had a recent doctor try and convince me of that. I don't believe them, though. I like cheese too much to believe that. They're gonna have to do another blood test. Actually, I'm probably gonna have to go and see another doctor. I need to do that. Another doctor. I wish I could hit a streak of, you know, visiting a doctor more than once. No, I've got plenty of them. They just keep changing. Oh, I have enough trouble dealing with one. All right, let's check our pie. Pie check time. More time. More time. Buns. Yep. Channel points changed camera. There's a little timer. You can see it up over there in the corner there, counting down from 30 seconds to keep people from spamming it, but otherwise. Yeah, toast is pretty good stuff. You can make, like, I actually saw a pretty decent stream the other day of someone just essentially making toast. I mean, granted, they had some amazing veg to go with it, but well, fruit, tomatoes, fruit. Hi, Buns. Hi, chat. Why is that not showing up properly? That's not showing up properly on this one either. Lovely. I guess chat can't decide if it's going to be perfect or two-faced. Hey, there the video works. I just gotta refresh it every stream, apparently. Scarecrow doing his job. New Casina Bunny down for the half-cooked pie. I don't know if I'm down for a half-cooked pie. All right, let's take another look. Nope. Another 5 minutes, but I'm gonna up that temp now. I upped the oven temp to 400 now. And so hopefully we'll get some more color. That's really what I'm after now. It looks like the dough has cooked through now. We just need that color. We just need that beautiful brown. That Let's see if this works tonight. No, that still doesn't work. Chat gets to wonder what doesn't work. Because it didn't work. Chocolate's still leading. I mean, it's pretty solid lead at this point. Like, we're gonna have to have more bacon fans in here, I think. Do I just need to do more bacon stuff? I mean... we need to give it another 6 months until we can do lots of bacon stuff. Bacon's too expensive right now. Darn California laws making bacon expensive because they want to make sure that their animals are actually properly raised. No, that's a sub goal, Buns. We're not gonna do that. That's gonna take subs. I forget how many it is. I think it's a lot. Let's see, it's in the info section of the Discord from like 3 years ago. I don't know if I even have them still there anymore or if I deleted them. We need 150 subs for that, Buns. Sorry. Both are amazing. They're even more amazing when they're together. And very few things are not better with them added. So let's cook pie. I'm tired of waiting for you. Let's be ready. Why we gotta play the waiting game? I wanna make my salad. Actually, I should wait because the pie. We need to wait a minute or two once the pie's out. We can make the salad after the pie is out. Oh yeah, you can go even worse. What I used to do. It's been a while since I've done it. But one of the things I used to make at the holidays a lot of the time was something that at college at the Culinary Institute in New York, they used to call it baker's crack. That was like what they called it all the time. And essentially, it's a very simple butter sugar toffee. Not even like a clear one, just a really crunchy, and then you coat it with chocolate on both sides. But if you make the centerpiece, you put bacon in that toffee center, and then coat it with chocolate. Yeah. I still want more color, chat. Doesn't have enough color. I'm cooking this entirely too long for my liking, but I want color. Yeah, I've tried things along that line too. Listen, not quite 100% sure. Lisanne? Yeah, bacon and you put anything in there that's got some structure to it, and it sort of takes the fun out of the whole cinnamon roll thing. And I don't know how it worked for you, but I can see it also with the bacon constricting, them making the rolls be sort of odd shaped. Nice, Cosmic. Yeah, our scramble is all food related as long as the dictionary is properly linked. And so all sorts of international and interesting words in the scramble. They're great for creating conversation. And they're not all English. So, I mean, even though we've got ChatGPT these days, the descrambler websites don't necessarily work for my scramble. Smoky, salty, yeah. For me, it's just cinnamon rolls are all about this super soft dough that still amazingly like peels. It still like separates into layers at the same time. Nor are mine, listen. That's sort of the fun of the stream. We have things that just go wildly wrong for no reason whatsoever. I'm usually pretty good about hiding them though too, and I have the habit of hiding them rather than, like, oh hey, that's funny. I have not made banana bread cinnamon rolls. That sounds delicious. I have made several other varieties though. I've definitely gone savory. I've done several versions of savory cinnamon rolls using essentially the same dough, but taking the sugar out of the actual dough itself, and then using cheeses or in one case, probably the all-star set of rolls that I have made that were not cinnamon rolls was the cinnamon roll recipe that I use without the sugar. And then instead of cinnamon sugar, I did Vegemite and butter, and then sprinkled cheese all over it and rolled those. And then instead of using, you know, the frosting over the top, it was a Parmesan bechamel. That was amazing. But I've also done, there's a southern version of the recipe that's essentially like you absolutely drown these things and you read the recipe and you're like, this can't be right. It's essentially like a biscuit dough that I forget what they're called right now. That's driving me nuts at the moment. Whether they're like butter rolls or something like that. But essentially you're making like a biscuit dough instead of a more complicated yeast dough. And you just absolutely drench them. You bake them essentially in a pool of dairy and milk. Of milk and butter. And yeah. Like, they can't be good for you. They were absolutely delicious. I don't know if I like them as much as regular cinnamon rolls, but they were a quicker, like, biscuit doughs are relatively quick to make if you're familiar. And so it was a much quicker recipe to make. Okay, I'm going with this chat, even though I still think it's too light. I'm pulling this one out, chat. I'm whipping it out. It's on the right side. There we go. Allow that to cool a minute. We'll make our salad. I do stop. Keep playing music. No stopping music. That you're still not playing music. There you go. Hit the salad with a little more salt. Toss in our strawberries. Thank you so much for that raid, Lasan. Thank you for joining in. A little fresh cracked pepper on the salad. Thank you for sharing your community with me. With us. We'll We'll add a bit of this goat cheese in here. I think we're gonna find next stream, I'm gonna move everything over to this computer and everything's gonna work perfect, right? Because streaming, it always works perfect when you do things like that, right? That stopped the music? No, music's still going. Okay. I absolutely didn't just completely format this PC, change around 50 things, and then still have it give me a blue screen. Though I have been lucky, and I'm jinxing myself right now because we've gone this stream without one. I don't know how long I should give this to do its thing before I cut into it. I mean, it's chicken and gravy pie. I'm expecting gravy. It's not like I'm expecting this to be, you know, you slice it and you get that perfectly. It'd be great if the chicken sliced nice and clean through. But I'm not expecting it to be like, you know, one of those perfectly dry pies that's still moist. It's gonna have some sauce, chat. That's the plan or the hope. So I don't know how long waiting for things to gel is going to affect things here. I think I'm just gonna break into this instead of making you all wait. What do you think? I'm just gonna go for it. We're just gonna go for it. Yeah, we still got gravy. We still got sauce. But ooh, like I guess I don't have that on that screen of my OBS or my Stream Deck. Maybe it's on that one? No, I guess I don't have a button for that. I guess I gotta fix that. But anyways, chat, look at this. Look at this. Ah, come on, camera. Cooperate. Look at that. Like, who wouldn't want that at a diner with like some melted, a puck of melted cheddar over the top of it? That felt weird. Yeah, I never say bro either. Yeah. It always felt sort of weird when I visit family, and like a good portion of my family is like extended family, like is all about bro. Like they use it constantly. So it's sort of like you visit the extended family, and all of a sudden you're hearing bro all the time. Gravy got too cold. I'm reheating the gravy here real quick, so I can pour some gravy over my pie. Of course, I did say lull on chat the other day, and stream the other day, so I mean, there was that. And pour a little of our lovely chicken gravy right over the top of that. Get another photo of that. I don't approve of that dad joke. That dad joke was not... That didn't cut it. Let's see what we got here. Let's give everything a try. I'm sure this salad's gonna be amazing since I already tried the vinaigrette and everything separate. I mean, we're just adding the goat cheese in here, basically. Got a little bit of everything there. That'd be strawberry. Yeah, let's... Got a giant, big old chunk of chicken right here at the front of this thing. Grab some of that bottom crust with it. Grab any crust I can get with it, apparently. Oh yeah, pot pie heaven. Oh yeah. Yum, 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 yum. That is going to be amazing.
I appreciate you all following. So many follows tonight. It's been great. Thank you for that raid. However, I do think it is getting to be that time tonight. Let's see who's out there in Twitch land tonight. Nope, I got the wrong thing there. It has been a minute since I've raided them, so I'm going to give them a raid tonight. I am going to be raiding out tonight. Greatly appreciate all of you hanging out with me tonight. I greatly appreciate that raid earlier. I'm going to be back here on Tuesday. Going to be doing some dude recipe sort of lasagna dish. I hope you come to join me for that. If not, Wednesday we have our ingredient challenge as we do every week here. You're welcome to join in on the Discord. The link's there in chat. If you want to join in on that, you can go ahead and have a say in what I have to cook with on Wednesday. Every Wednesday I either have to make, I have to take whatever ingredient chat gives me and turn that into dinner and dessert. So that's the fun on Wednesdays. I'm here every Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Thank you so much for joining in with us, Alex. But I am going to send you all off to the lovely Cup of Joe, who created a fair number of the emotes that I have here in my chat. He does pixel art, so little individual changing pixels, and it's sort of fun because different colors become different colors when you zoom out on them, and it can be very complex and very complicated. Something so simple at the same time. Greatly appreciate you all joining in with me tonight. I hope you all have a lovely evening. Good night.